Starting a new playthrough. Haven't played this game in a long time. Oh shit. It's Mario. I love that this song is in Smash Bros. Too. What was this band called? Like Crush Soda? These dudes went pretty hard on these Sonic soundtracks. This is a real strange game for me. Really, all of the Sega migrant games, I guess, whatever you'd call them. Sonic Adventure. I guess I should state what this is. The first Sonic Adventure, except it's not the original, it's the DX version, the director's cut. This game, like Sonic Adventure 2 as well, and like the original Soul Calibur, which I don't think a lot of people have actually played outside of, like, you know, emulation and stuff like that. Because, I mean, it's not like people have a Dreamcast nowadays. Yeah, these were all games that came out on the Dreamcast originally, but you know, thanks mostly to the PS2, you know, Sega just couldn't keep up with the console race, so they did the only reasonable thing and they said, hey, you know what, fuck Sony, let's drop all of our games on fucking GameCube. So for a while, games like this, were exclusive to the GameCube until they got like HD ports and shit, you know? Oh yeah, this is happening. What's up? Ooh, did you hear that audio quality there? That shit was like, what's up? That shit was like a drive-through speaker recording. Which, I mean, again, this was a Dreamcast game. This shit frankly couldn't compete with the PlayStation 1 in terms of sound quality, let alone the PlayStation 2. Putting it on the GameCube, they obviously made some tweaks, some enhancements to it, mostly in like resolution and you know, sound quality and stuff like that. But bad recordings and stuff like that were just fucked from the get-go. They're just shooting this man with real guns. Our weapons are useless. So bullets can't hurt this man, but a curled up hedgehog
This could be fun.
fucking can. What's fun about this, bro? Dude's over here committing attacks of terror, and this dude's just like, wow, you look pretty strong. You wanna play? I like how you just start with those 2 rings. Well, this game shouldn't be too hard, shouldn't take too long to play. Oh. Oh, wow. Hey. Wow. I really died to the first chaos. I'm assuming he's just gonna keep doing this until... Okay, no, he didn't. There we go.
Hey, I'll play with you
So,
some other time.
You know, they've got this weird look. And it's because they're, They're basically designed in a way that a Nintendo 64 game would have been designed, right, as opposed to maybe a GameCube or PS2 game.
Come on, you big drip. Where you
Come
going?
on, you big drip, you fucking tall glass of water. Get back over here, you loose liquid bitch. I oughta drink you down. You're looking a little flushed, buddy. Say hi to Mario for me down there.
You know nothing, fool.
You
it's Chaos,
fool.
the god of destruction.
Yeah, you can see this shit is real pixelated. And I think, like, yeah, I'm no expert or nothing, but some of the methods they were using, you know, they were of the time. It's just the fucking way this game looked. This is basically how it looked on the Dreamcast. This shit dropped, like, at a similar time to, you know, something like, yeah, maybe later in 64 titles and stuff like that. So this shit was ridiculous. But that audio quality, just, oof, like I said.
Tails. Now, what am I gonna do with you?
It was about as good, if not a little bit worse than maybe even the N64, which sounded great, just, you know, it's hard to compete with Sony when it comes to, you know, sound. The thing that Nintendo wanted to work with them to begin with anyway, like, hey, those Sony guys are pretty good at making all them speakers and such, huh? You know, before they got all like, hey, you know what, this PlayStation idea is pretty good. Let's just make it ourselves. Shit is crazy. But like visually, in my mind, I guess, you know, because of that fact, because I never had a Dreamcast and because I only ever saw a Dreamcast live and in person like a couple of times, I never got to play it. It always seemed like this really enigmatic kind of sophisticated piece of technology for me. You know, compared to something like, you know, it's like you were looking at a GameCube back in the days of like the PS1, you know? This shit really did seem like a futuristic console. And because it was so short-lived and sold so poorly, not so many people saw it, so it was that much more of a rare thing to see, you know? There weren't many people out there who had a Dreamcast. The only reason I ever saw one was because as a kid I used to go to the Boys and Girls Club. And they had a dedicated room for like computer games and video games. They had like, you know, the arcade cabinets basically in the main lobby. Stuff like Primal Rage and Street Fighter 2. Holy shit. That shit was trippy. But they had Dreamcast in like a back room with all the computer games, which was my first exposure to computer games, where I saw things like Doom and Hexen and shit running on a PC. And then I would see games like this and Jet Set Radio on the Dreamcast, and these things, like I said, they looked like they were from the fucking future, you know? They looked to me at that time what a fucking PS5 game probably looks like now, and the shit was just fucking crazy. I might play Jet Set Radio because I've never fucked with it properly either. So yeah, but you know, because of their look, the way they were designed, I guess, they kind of kept that vibe even in these remakes.
Panel number 1. It will take you to panels 2 and 3. Jump as soon as you land on a panel or else you'll fall.
In retrospect, this game is especially as far as like 3D action platformers go, it's real high intensity, and it looks real good. It's got that Sonic kind of effect, but it's really not all that in depth, you know, once you see through that. I mean, it's the same problem that Sonic has always had.
Hey Sonic! Long time no see, huh?
Long time no see, huh?
Okay.
I'm just glad you.
Anyway. Just crashed like that.
What did you say, Sonic?
That was a test run using a new prototype.
Yeah, see, like the
It's
the
not
music
a
samples sound fine and proper,
Why not just use my plane, the Tornado?
Thanks, but you gotta check out my newest power supply.
but these voices by comparison especially. What the fuck, Tails?
A Chaos Emerald.
Check it out, Sonic. I figured out how to power my car with stem cells. Jesus Christ, Tails, what the fuck?
You know. So I figured, why not use it to power my plane? Supercharged!
This is like some Dragon Ball shit, bro. Well, I mean,
Gotta come over to my
they're
little
literally
house,
like
right?
Super Saiyan
Got
hedgehogs,
something I
but
gotta show you.
like it's how they fuck with the Dragon Balls. It's just like, oh shit, I'm out of lettuce for my sandwich. Hey Shenron, I wish I had some lettuce on this sandwich. Okay. Hey, thanks, Shenron. They're constantly just fucking up everything for everybody else. I mean, Goku fucking has got all the power in the world and chooses not to stop fucking Frieza, you know? Because like, hey, well, you know, maybe I might want to box with him next Tuesday, you know what I'm saying? Like, Goku, the guy's a genocidal galactic fucking monster. What? No, Frieza's cool now. There's a boss fight up here, right? Yeah, I remember.
If it isn't Sonic!
I did play this game a lot, especially because of the Chow Garden.
Talking egg.
This game is loud as fuck too, though. This shit's like at 10% volume,
In the world!
and it's still fucking
Whatever you
blaring.
say, Eggman.
Whatever you say, Eggman. Cuckoo-cuckoo. I'll get you too.
You're always up to no good. Now what do you want?
Yeah, what do you want?
I want the pill.
Or else what, you big loser?
You fucking big fat bitch.
I'll take them from you by force! The hard way!
Uh-oh. This motherfucker just got in a Gundam and put his Gundam in a Gundam. This dude's got a Gundam. It's not enough for this dude to get into a robot. This dude's got to pilot a robot specifically designed to pilot robots. This shit is next level. Oh, that was abrupt. And yeah, you know, there's a lot of stuff like that, because, like I said, this game's older than you think it is, you know. Of course, it's already old regardless by today's standards, but... No! Just fucking fall off a building? Ah, shit. Ah, fudge.
Full systems, full power!
This boy flying. So, I mean, this is, I don't really know how this compares to, like, modern 3D Sonic games. I was never much of a Sonic guy to begin with. Like I said, I'm a Nintendo guy, really. Just these games coming to, Nintendo, I guess, was such a big deal that... God damn it. But, I mean, this is, both Sonic Adventure games pretty much play the same. They've got like the same shitty graphics. They're running on like the same engine, you know. Well, the graphics are frankly fine. It's the models, really. Right, the way that they move, the way that they interact with each other. That paired with just like the corny voice acting. Or, well, just like the bad voice audio, the corny writing, not really the performing. And, can I go up here? No, I can't. Yeah, the corny writing, and then just, you know, the bad editing afterward where they're, you know, like talking over each other and shit. a lot of the HUD features and stuff like that, they're real basic again because this was you know, shit was still the 90s. For the original, yeah. This motherfucker's robots farting.
Well, that wasn't so hard.
Aha!
Oh no!
How the fuck? This man's a supersonic hedgehog and couldn't stop a cartoonishly slow, long arm.
Time to eat!
Chaos?
Come on, Chaos. This motherfucker trained water.
Oh no, isn't that the same monster I saw the other day?
Oh shit, he gave him a Chaos Emerald. Now his arm has bones.
Yes, it's just as the stone tablets predicted. His strength increases every time I feed him a Chaos Emerald. With all 7 emeralds in him, he'll be invincible and work for me.
I need to fuck with some Sonic lore though, because Chow in general are kind of intriguing. And again, they're kind of the main reason why I wanted to play this again.
Ultimate city, where I will rule it all. Come on, Chaos, let's find another emerald, shall we?
Mainly because I have Sonic Advance now and I'm able to actually use my Game Boy link cable to trade like Chow eggs.
No way, Tails.
I was always able to use some of the functionality because, you know, if you...
So, it's up to us to get the emeralds before Eggman does, huh?
Wow. That's new for a Sonic game, getting the Chaos Emeralds. No, but, Jesus, I forgot what I was saying because I was trying to read Tails' bullshit. Anyway, it'll come back to me, but let's get a little bit of this shit done. A lot of this is real, I guess it's imprinted on my brain pretty well, but a lot of it's just real, like, basic shit. Pick shit up, take it somewhere, take it over here. No. And, like, these areas aren't all that big, you know. Like I said, in terms of, you know, the world here is more akin to something like Mario 64 than it would be to something like the Wind Waker on the GameCube, you know what I mean, also on this console. As a matter of fact, I think the DX version, Sonic Adventure 1, came out before, came out after Sonic Adventure 2 on the GameCube. Of course, the originals, you know, it came out 1, then 2. But the remakes on the GameCube, Battle came out, and then like later that year or a year later, some shit. This one came out. Either way, I did play these both growing up, so that was really nice. I guess they just didn't have much replay value outside of the... Oh. At least not this one as much. I don't remember playing this one as much as 2. But you know, they're real. If you haven't played it in a while, it is fun to look at. It is fun to play again. I mean, if you just happen to miss out on it, if you like Sonic games, I mean, it's definitely a Sonic game. Which, yeah, that's what I was talking about before with, you know, the levels design and,
Jump on panel number 1. It will take you to panels 2 and 3.
how it was on the
Jump as soon as
Genesis.
you land on a panel or else you'll fall.
Get up there. You know, the levels were never really as full or as fun as, like, you know, your typical Mario level. And that's because they had to be designed in a way that was so, like, spaced out and easy to navigate. No! You know, so you could go fast as fuck through it, so it seemed like you were really going through the shit, you know? And these levels, for the most part, are the same way. They've got stuff for you to do and to explore around in. But, you know, they're designed to be, you know, fucking ran through. Just like your mom. So, it's just one of those things you gotta keep in mind, especially if you want to get real funky with, you know, exploring around the levels. You're like, oh, well, this kind of sucks. It's just like, well, yeah, you know, you're supposed to be running through this shit. You're supposed to be blazing through. Some people talk about, like, these games getting disorienting with their controls, and they're definitely less than perfect. You wobble and bump into shit a lot more than you would imagine a Supersonic Hedgehog would. But, you know, you pretty much only gotta hold forward and, like, holy shit. Even when shit like that happens, it's pretty easy for the game to correct itself. Alright. That's some fucking speedrunning skips right there. This is one game that I have no idea about speedrunning when it comes to all that. I'm sure it's fucking ridiculous, though. I used to break this game as a kid without even trying or knowing anything about it. It's one of those games that's just easy as fuck to just like, hey, I bet if I run into this wall enough, I'll go through it. And it's just like, yeah, well, almost. Yes. Well, that was a quick Chaos Emerald to get. I don't remember how long this game is either.
Yeah, not bad.
I looked up, you know, some long plays just to see, like, the average play times of them. So it seems like, you know, between 5 and 7 hours. And maybe that, you know, some of that depends on,
will be departing soon.
Oh my god, I'm gonna miss my train. But, god damn it. I don't know how much of that had to do with, you know, the individual uploader. Come on now, Sonic. I don't know how much that had to do with, like, the individual uploader, you know, skipping cutscenes or not or whatever. Which, you know, I try to keep all that stuff in just to see it.
There's a place somewhere in the city where you can go down into the sewer.
I remember there's the casino level, and then I guess this is something. I think this is the one that's like a skyscraper kind of level. And then I think there's a sewer level over here, but it's like, it's all locked, you know. It's like some Super Mario 64 shit. But, you know, instead of just getting stars, you have to, like, do objectives and shit. And I mean, you know, this game isn't supposed to be like some Zelda shit. Ooh. And yeah, I remember all the power-ups and shit. I remember Sonic 2,
Now
Sonic
you've got
Adventure 2,
Lightspeed shoes.
especially had a
Press
lot.
and hold the action button to store up power. Once you have enough power, release the button and you can do the Lightspeed Dash. The Lightspeed Dash lets you race toward rings at light speed.
Light
as long
speed?
as there's a trail of rings, you can go just about anywhere.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that. I think that's in, I don't remember if that's in 2 or not. I remember in 2, you can just press the B button and just, you know, follow trails of rings. And yeah, there's the gold Chow eggs. There's like a silver one too. But, you know, because I didn't have the Game Boy Sonic Advances growing up, the Game Boy Sonics, I wasn't able to transfer them. I didn't have any way to, like, store them on anything, you know? And like I was saying before, you could use some functionality still just with, like, a Game Boy with no cartridge in it. You know, you could access, like, the tiny Chow Garden and, like, buy eggs and stuff there, special ones you couldn't get, like, in this game. But as for transferring Chow and stuff like that, you needed to have a GameCube game as, like, a mediary. Which, I mean, I'm not, like, a fucking Chow expert. I know there's people who, like, dedicate a lot to that kind of content. But I don't know if there's another way to get gold and silver Chow. I never did, at least. Ooh, yeah. Having a real pinball machine would be dope. Just the aesthetic of it. 3,000? But yeah, I'm looking forward to be able to do all that. Right now, just like with Castlevania Legacy of Darkness, I am playing on my Wii U. Also through console or through ROM injection. Although unlike with the Nintendo 64 games, which have you injecting... Oh no. Which have you injecting things into the Virtual Console software themselves, and then running off of the respective Virtual Console, right, 64 or whatever else. This does use injection, yeah, but it doesn't actually use the Virtual Console for emulation. It uses Nintendo. It injects it into like the Wii virtual games that you could download, things like the Metroid Prime trilogy and stuff like that. But it uses the Wii U's native ability to run GameCube games, and it just runs through an app called Nintendo to load the ISO. So unlike, some of the issues we saw with Castlevania Legacy of Darkness and its textures and stuff like that, complications with... What the fuck? With like the emulation. Because this isn't being emulated, because this is being run technically natively. We don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. And it's pretty much seamless. I mean, god damn it. Because the Wii U, for all intents and purposes, is, a Wii just powered up, just modified, Let me try this other one. Which means that just like the Wii, it has the ability to natively play GameCube games. It's just unlike the Wii, it physically, literally doesn't have the things that it needs to execute the ISOs. And so the Wii U's built in a way that it assumes that you won't be able to play GameCube games on it, even though it does have the ability. Controllers and memory cards do have to be emulated. If I had an official Smash Bros. GameCube adapter, then that would actually work on the Wii U with a GameCube controller, but that apparently has to be the official. But even then, because it doesn't have like GameCube ports in and of itself for the controllers, it's still using a virtual controller, it's still emulating it and just reading it as a USB controller, even if you're using an actual GameCube controller. Same thing with the memory card, it's just emulating a virtual memory card. But there is no emulation here. This is just GameCube games being run as they would on a GameCube or on a Wii, but just upscaled, to the HD resolution, the way that the virtual Wii does through the Wii U. So this lets me get basically HD GameCube footage without having to worry about buying adapters and all that stuff. And because I have a homebrewed Wii as well, I'm able to... So like for this game, I just started a new save file because it didn't really matter. But for Sonic Adventure 2, I did put in quite a bit of time on the Chow Garden. I don't really have too much to show for it, but But just to not lose all that, I did... Shit. I did extract the save file and ported it onto my Wii U injection. So So, you know, you can work around it even if you have like old memory card files and stuff like that. You can still access them the way you would virtually through that loader. So it's good stuff. That was kind of a informative tangent there. I'm just really into this pinball right now. I think I only needed like a couple 100 coin rings or something like that, because you gotta like get them in there to get the Chaos Emerald, but I may as well play till I lose. I mean, you keep rings, I think, don't you? I remember, I mean, that's how you did things in the black market on Sonic Adventure on 2. So I just don't know. This isn't so bad. I think as long as you hit A while it's in the middle, it's kind of hard to like ever actually have Sonic die. I think I should though. I think that's enough pinball. And then yeah, you just fuck around in here. I like when you have followers in this game too, because they just be rushing behind you. So this game, in its entirety, I might cut them a little shorter. Just, you know, on average by like 5 or 10 minutes. But this shouldn't take, this should definitely take less episodes than even like Castlevania did. Definitely less than Shin Megami Tensei. Wow! Hey, you fucking eggy scrambled bitch.
Oh, no, you don't.
Oh, jeez.
Ah, jeesh.
Hey, man.
Oh boy, I'm feeling groggy. Then again, it's like multiple character stories. I do remember playing as like a bunch of different shit. There's like Metal Sonic, I think, too. And I mean, then there's Knuckles, the robot.
Oh man, what happened to that emerald we just had?
Oh man, what happened to that crystal? I
guess
don't
Eggman's
fucking
got one of
know.
them. But the other one's
Last
safe.
thing I remember, we were
That
smacking
guy
that
must
crystal
be
with Uncle
desperate.
Herbert. And
That means his 2 to
Then
our
the
1,
Eggman
and that's
showed up.
not good. Come on, Sonic, we need to get busy.
gross. Hey, what the fuck? It's you. They had her shadow still going, but they didn't actually have the model of the character. That's hilarious. No, but there was that thing that spawned. Let's get that gold Chow egg. And then yeah. I don't remember what you're supposed to use to get it, but this is all I can think of. Because I really want that egg. I don't remember where the silver one is. I think it's like in a different level. I think it might be like better hidden. So yeah, you should take this to the to that the Mystic Ruins or whatever, but I'm taking something else to the Mystic Ruins because I think that's where the Chow Garden actually was. We're looking for this door, yeah. Alright. Uh-oh. What are we gonna do? For real. The Chow Garden was always really fun. A lot of people really like it, and it's one of the main reasons why people want a Sonic Adventure 3. Right? The idea of a updated, modernized Chow Garden with, you know, more Chow to collect and like, you know, fucking online integration and stuff like that. Being able to have them actually compete against each other and, you know, relevant shit. Because, like, I don't remember if you can do anything with the Chow here, but in Sonic Adventure 2, you've got like the Chow Karate and the racing and stuff like that. And, you know, there's lots of unlockables towards it. Sure, but, you know, it's just like, what's the point, you know? It's not like you can fucking race other players, right? Race them for, like, their Chow's pink slips and shit. Like, oh, fuck. I lost my prize. Shiny monochrome bullshit. Ha! But, you know, you could do that, and that would be really fun. This is where this shit goes, yeah. I don't want to actually start another level, I just want to go to the Chow Garden, though. I don't think I have to actually go in here. I could just put that down and... What's down here? Oh, something later. So yeah, it's one of those games. It's almost Metroidvania-ish, for lack of a better term. I don't really like using terms, you know, like Metroidvania, roguelike, you know what I'm saying? You don't see people calling Dark Souls a Zelda-like game just because it's a fantasy RPG, you know what I mean? I know there are other terms. I have heard, like, better, more accurate terminology for games like Metroidvania. I forget them. And I mean, that is a big part of the reason as to why people use the terminology the way that they do. It's easier and more convenient to remember, but it's also less than accurate most of the time. And from a development standpoint especially, it's one thing for, like, the fan base to refer to your game as a roguelike or this and that. But if you're using that as, like, your selling point, you're fucking up. What the fuck is this? There shouldn't be Chow here. I did transfer some save data, but the Chow data that I should have had, it wouldn't have been like this. I've never seen this fucking thing. Or you know what? I did play up to, like... Holy shit. I did play, I think, just up to, like, this level. I did the Eggman boss fight and then came to...
The train headed for Station Square.
The Chow Garden. I guess it saves Chow data separately, so it might have kept all that. So even though I, you know, deleted the file to actually start it again, I guess it might have saved my Chow shit. I'm trying to think of how to get the gold egg, but I don't remember how. I guess we can just focus on that next time. I remember now, yeah. I distinctly remember trying to give this ugly motherfucker a hat. And him throwing the shit away like, I don't want it. Well, you know what, motherfucker? I don't want you. That's right. Chow abuse. I really want them to revisit that Black Star Dragon Ball shit, because these motherfuckers deserve it. The Z Warriors deserve to fucking die.